We often say we are created to worship God. So how do you define worship?
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I was a worship leader for 13 years and then I became a church planter. And when we think of worship, we think singing songs in church. But the reality is we get to worship God with our whole life. That means in everything I do, in the way I work, the way I treat my family, the way I live my life, the way I spend my time, and the way I sing and give praise to God. Everything I do can be worship to God. But what is worship? I'm going to give a definition of worship that will trigger some people, but I want to present it to you. In 1 Corinthians 10:31, Paul is telling the church in Corinth to do everything you do to the glory of God. And so I like to define worship as performing for the purpose of glorifying God. Now, in church, performing is a bad word. We've grown up hearing, don't perform. Worship is not a performance. Because our subconscious understanding is that when we perform, we make it about ourselves. There's a context in the world where people are performing and they're trying to do their very best, but it's for the purpose of self-glorification, which then results in selfishness. In Christianity, when we are invited to worship God, it is also performing once again. So I'm trying to do my very best. When I play and sing, I'm trying to play with the best of my talents. I'm trying to sing with the best of my abilities. I'm trying to sound my best and make sure everything goes well. But the purpose is for the glory of God. Many times as Christians, what happens is because we remove our desire to perform, but we still hold on to the purpose to glorify God, what we end up doing is giving Him a lazy, substandard offering, just because we've removed all the elements of hard work and performance and effort in it. True worship requires me to perform and do my very best, but also hold on to that greater purpose that I'm doing this to glorify God. And as I do my very best with all that I can to glorify God, we get to live lives of purpose that reflect His glory in the world around us.